Good morning. This is Cub reporter Ken Cordero coming to you live out of Middletown, Rhode Island, where was once the great country of the United States of America. The day today is September 28, 2012 AD, which means for all you liberals, in the year of our Lord Jesus Christ. Now I'm being sponsored today by 2400 Degrees F, creative designer Christina Curtin out of Mystic, Connecticut for fine jewelry, and her number is 1-860-463-4631. Now today I'm going to start off with something that was in my local paper, the Daily News, Tuesday, the 25th. Science test scores, this is the headline on the paper. Science test scores show improvement. Juniors at Rogers High School in Newport significantly boosted their proficiency rating in science, as measured by the New England Common Assessment Program test administered statewide in May. Now their improvement, they're 28%. Among the Rogers juniors, 28% were tested as proficient. That's improvement. The paper wants you to believe they've showed improvement. This is utter failure. That's like less than 3 out of 10. And these people always want raises? I mean, this is... And who's the superintendent in Newport? Oh, here we go. Rogers High School was one of only 9 high schools in the state, and the only school in Newport County that made statistically significant improvement. A tremendous amount of credit goes to our science teachers, said School Superintendent John H. Ambrogi. They've worked hard at aligning the curriculum to the NECAP tests and have done a great job at teaching and materials. How are they doing a great job? They're failures. But then again, in the United States of America, if you're a failure, it's all right. Because we've got a president that's an absolute failure, don't we? We've got a Democratic Congress and Senate that can't pass a budget. They've devalued the dollar. And when Romney goes on and tells people how 47% of Americans are getting something off the government, these 47%, they're a bunch of lowlifes. They're a bunch of takers. They're a bunch of failures. They want to live off you and me, people that actually work for a living. And then people say Romney wasn't right to say this. Well, look, the president's already written off the middle class, right? Has anybody said anything about that? No. And then I heard a report today saying people trust Obama more on foreign policy than Romney. Are these people retarded? Are they retards? Are they... Oh no, sorry, I can't call them retards. How about mentally challenged? Obama has no sort of foreign policy at all. Oh, I'm sorry, he does. It's an apology of saying, I'm sorry, we didn't mean that. That's not right. We'll help you make it better. Him and Clinton. Hillary Clinton. Why does everybody think she's so great? She's a failure just like Obama. And if you don't think so, look at our country. Look at what the Democrats have done to our country. From once the greatest country in the world, where our students used to be #1 in the world back in the 60s. And you know, we taught God in school then also. You know, we said a prayer in school then also. But no, you can't do that anymore. And after like 30, 40 years, we're not #1 in student learning anymore. We have to tell you that test scores are improving when it's a failure. I mean, this is just unbelievable. The president, here's the president's foreign policy. We've got all these terrorists locked up in Gitmo. Oh, we'll let them out. How about if we build them a new soccer field? You know, they built a soccer field for these lowlifes down in Gitmo. It costs like $700,000. How about if you actually spent the American people's money on American people, not on the fucking terrorists? And we give them special food down there. This is utterly ridiculous. How about if we give them beans and franks? You know, beans and franks from Campbell's, dum-da-dum, dum-da-dum. Smiley, happy face, dum-da-dum, dum-da-dum. They can all eat beans and franks. If they don't like it, how about if we maybe give them a half an apple a day? That should be pretty cheap. That should help the apple growers, huh? Huh? You know, the country is broke. We're like trillions of dollars in debt. Who's going to pay this? Who's going to pay this debt? Us, the American people, our children, our grandchildren. Do you think any of these people in government, do you think if you asked them to give you a credit card to help spread the wealth around, do you think they would? Mr. Obama, do you think you can send me a credit card? I know I want to see you in jail. You and your wife should stay home and clean the White House. You know, maybe if your wife would actually stay home, clean the White House, set a good example, show poor people all over, black, yellow, pink, I don't care what they are, how to live with dignity and class, which is something you and your wife both lack. Maybe our country would be better off, huh? If we got rid of Hillary, because she's got no idea what she's doing. She travels all around the world. She's traveled more than any other Secretary of State. What's it gotten us? Our ambassadors are getting killed. And it's just common sense. They should have beefed up security. But no, you know, you can't even have security. We've got our army over there trying to protect us, but no. You can't put bullets in your rifle. That might offend the Muslims. Well, let me tell you something. Screw the fucking Muslims. You know, I'm tired of this. I'm really tired of the fucking Muslims. You know what you should do? All you Muslims are going to hell probably because you don't believe in Jesus Christ. And it's not that God's grace and mercy, it's even good enough for you. He could save you. But you're too stupid to ask. You know? So, my vision of the future, you know, if I was president of the United States, I'd actually try and put some value back into this country. Starting with what it means to be an American. I'd ask the Supreme Court to toss out this dumb ruling they have that burning the flag is free speech. That's not free speech, that's an act. Speech is opening your mouth. Burn the flag, something completely different. And how about Obamacare? They should have tossed that out. Just on the basic principle of limited government, which is what America is supposed to be about, limited government and freedom. How about people in government actually working on those principles? Freedom for the American people. How about if we tried to bring some value back to the dollar, which even had value even as long as what, 6-7 years ago, when they found Saddam Hussein. He didn't have Chinese money or Jap money or Arabian money. He had American money. Let's stop just printing money, huh? Let's have people actually work to earn it. Put some value back in it. Stop borrowing 40 cents of every dollar, or who knows what it is now, from the Chinese. These people aren't even our friends, the Chinese. They're not our friends. The Russians aren't our friends. You know, it's very simple. You have to have economic freedom, which we're supposed to have in this country, and we don't. And we've got all these companies over there. We should pull all our companies out of Pakistan, out of Afghanistan, and bring them home. And how about having some manufacturing in this country again? You know, these Democrats, they're all big now on telling you how, oh, we want to bring manufacturing back. We want to have manufacturing in the United States. Where have they been the last 3 years doing nothing, jerking off? These people are so disgusting. They're a bunch of liars, especially in my state. Cicilline, the guy's gay. And personally, I have nothing against people being gay. But when they bring that into the political arena, try and make policy so you'll be nice to gay people or something. I don't even know what they do. I know what they do. They spend money that they don't have, and they expect you to pay for it. You know, and they just want to let anybody into the country at all. Maybe if we actually had a president that would tell all these criminal illegal aliens, get out of the country. You're not getting a dime. We're not giving you cell phones. I don't care if you're sick. You can die. Because let me explain something to you people. If we have freedom of religion in this country, and the government cannot tell you to believe in Jesus Christ, which it should, who will help the poor, then don't have compassion on them, because it's false. It's a false hope. And giving them money that I've worked for, because it's not going to help them in the long run. And with that, I think I'm going to end this 34th edition of Ken Cordero Cub Reporter before I just drop dead. So, thank you very much for tuning in. Remember, we've got to get rid of Obama and the Democrats. What do you think the 2010 elections were? It was a clear answer. No, Obama. We don't believe in socialism. We don't believe in your communist ideas. We don't believe in the federal government running everything. If you want to make a deal with somebody, why should I be involved? Why should the government be involved? Their job is to protect us, and they can't do that. And then when they're not doing it, and they should be thrown out of office, they're telling you what a great job they're doing. These people are all criminals. They all belong in jail. Obama, Pelosi, Reid. So with that, thank you very much for tuning in. This has been the 34th edition of Cub Reporter, Ken Cordero.